Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you the continuation of the Eastern Conference playoffs. We're going to roll on through, and today in the Eastern Conference finals we take on New England Revolution. They finished second place in the Eastern Conference, fifth place in the Supporters' Shield, as you can see here, with 58 points on the season. That's quite a pace back from where we finished. I mean, we smoked them in the Eastern Conference by 14 points. And as you can see, the next three best teams were all Western Conference teams, so theoretically we should be better than New England. We should beat them in this series. But let's see how we've done versus them this season. There's a 1-0 loss. There's a 2-1 victory. So far, it's sort of back and forth. There's a 1-0 victory earlier in the season. So we played New England 3 times this season, and we're up on them 2-1. First game, played the 4-2-4. Okay, that's a good sign, because that's probably what we're going to be playing today. Formation number 2. Second game where they won, we lost 1-0. We played formation number 2. Okay, let's see if there's a tiebreaker. For the third game that we played, we won 2-1. And we played, formation number 2. Okay, so I guess we can just keep playing this formation and not worry about it, right? Sure. Why not? We do have a couple of issues, though. Of course, medical center. We had a couple of players get injured. When else? Where else? But on Team Canada duty, Camille Ortiz, youngster who doesn't play for us. He's, he's an academy player. He's probably never going to play for us, but he's a decent emergency backup sort of guy. He's on one of our tackling machines from our academy, so that's no problem there. But of course, Petrasso got injured as well. Sort of the one starting quality guy I let go out on leave, and he gets injured. Of course, pulled ankle ligaments, which sounds not very good at all. But he's only out for a couple of days. He's been out for a week since Team Canada duty started and ended. So he's been out for a while, unable to train, but he will be coming back shortly. However, we did get back Valenzuela. Came back from that twisted ankle a little earlier than maybe the doctors thought, but that's okay. The real problem, though, is we've got a very high injury risk for Chevalier. Not looking good. One of our main dudes on central defense. Played in just about every game, if not every game. 27 appearances out of 34 games. That's pretty good. That's quite a lot of games. And counting on top of that Team Canada duty, where he played most of the games for Team Canada up until the last 2, where I denied his visa or whatever. Not his visa, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get to the game. We got 2 games today. First leg, second leg. Will Trapp is out. Rios is out. 4 players injured. So New England might be coming into this one very, very banged up. They are the favorites, though. At home at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, 68,000 tickets sold. This is sort of what you dream of when you play in an NFL stadium. You're hoping for a full house. I mean, they say they've got 68,756 capacity, and that's what they sold out. So this is a huge, huge game. We'll see if that crowd can boost them up. And, of course, look at the head coach, Laurent Giot, Frenchman. Coached for Toronto FC for a while. So he was our rival from 2018 to 2020. I don't think we have any particular hatred for him. No, our relationship is pretty good. That's fine. That's just fine. Who are their key players left? Will Trapp out. Fagundes. Brian. Can we see who's injured on their screen here? Tello, the backup goalkeeper, looks to be injured. Doyle. Amar Hill. Saik is injured. That's a big blow for them. Will Trapp and Rios. Okay, so they got some guys who are important who are injured, but you know, their main men are still there. Roldan, Delgado, Fagundes, Dawson. All right, we'll look at that in a minute. We'll get to our team selection here. We've made some changes to the lineup, but we are sticking with formation number 2. Submit that team and keep going. Here we are. So, Piedrahita in goal for New England. Miller, Dielna? Not sure how to pronounce that. Dielna sounds okay. They still got Tinnerholm at fullback. Their midfield is still as potent as ever. Dawson, their highest rated player on the left-hand side, the 7.28. Only 4 starts. So he's their reserve player who's played well, but now he's got to step into that starting position with Fagundes, their leading goal scorer. 12 goals, and then Barragan up top, who's a talented player, Roldan Rowe. So they've still got a talented squad. Maybe their defense might be a little bit leaky without Saik, but we'll see. Meanwhile, we've got an interesting lineup. Maybe not an interesting lineup, but interesting bench. Johnson back on the bench. Valenzuela back on the bench. Agor, who took a knock. He was injured for a couple of days this week, so I decided not to start him. Cervantes coming back from Team USA duty. Bernstengel on the bench. Duverne on the bench. And Giasante, our young goalkeeper, he got some match time with the Italian team, the Italian under-20s. So I decided to put him in there because he was a little bit more match fit than our other reserve goalkeeper, so why not? Meanwhile, starters, Thiago in goal, Desovic, Jaguar, Chevalier, we're starting him even though he's an injury risk, and then Valo, coming off a very successful Team USA run. Going to start him on the right, especially after the problems that Duverne was having in the last series. I'm going to give Valo a shot. Andre back to the Segundo Volante role, and Lopez healthy again back in the midfield. Alberto on the left, our leading assist man still, 11 assists, 28 appearances this year. And Leonard, also Team USA duty, back on the right wing with Boyce and Laren up top. Probably should have started Johnson, but you know, we'll save him for coming off the bench in case we need him. Pep talk. Show me what you can do to keep our run going. Okay, only Leonard cared about that. That's fine. Okay, Wilfred got lots of good advice here, so we'll just close down a couple of these guys we know. Tinnerholm is going to come forward. He's their leading assist man, apparently. So we definitely got to take a look at him. And then I'm going to close down on Miller just in case. He kind of looks like he's inching forward there. And that's fine. All right. Tunnel talk. You can book a spot in MLS comp. We cannot. We still have a second leg. So get out of here with that question. They said we could book passage to the Great Northwest. Anyway. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Injury depleted New England, but not so bad. Williamson is already tired a little bit. So they might have some defensive issues. So it's good that we're going to try to put some pressure on them here. Try to go forward and test that defense. Especially that left fullback, Miller. What's he all about? I guess he's an experienced guy, 30 years old, Panamanian. He actually looks pretty good. He might be their starter. How about Dielna, 34-year-old French, 6 pace. Okay, here's Piedrahita. Bombing it downfield. Barragan to Rowe to Fagundes on the run. That was a great play. Not a great shot. Very good Montreal supporter section. Look at that. We got a huge amount of fans back there. That's good. I mean, they got 68,000 seats available, so I wonder how many we brought. You think we brought like 20,000 away fans? That'd be interesting. That would give us as big a supporter section as they normally have for a regular game. 32 minutes. I'm going to try something I don't normally do. Make pre-half adjustments. We're going to try to bomb the ball a little bit. Catch them. Catch those defenders. You know, they got some slow-footed defenders. Let's see what we can do with it. Paragon is winning those headers. I don't like that. Rowe. He is a very, very good... What was that from Rowe? Kellen Rowe. That was like... It's like 40 yards out. Let's take a look at this again. Paragon to Rowe. One tap. And then... Nope, back to Paragon. Okay, wide open. Bang. Wow. Okay, we're going to proceed with our changes after that goal. Puts us down 1-0 away. That's not terrible, but I don't want a second goal before half. That would be disastrous here. It's Paragon again. Trying to get forward. Rowe to Fagundes. Wow, what is happening to our defense? What is happening in the background to my television has suddenly turned on. There we go. That's mass hysteria going on here. Barragan to Roldan. Rowe again making the play. Good pass. Beats Vallo. No, not Vallo. Beats our left back there. Delgado, right? No, Desovic. So many players. So many players. Desovic is a good player. He shouldn't get beaten like that. I mean, he's not a great player, but he's better than a 6.3 rating, I'll tell you that. Maybe he doesn't enjoy big games. I should probably look at that. But down 2-0. Not good. Not good at all. What's our analysis here? Evident crossing isn't working. Okay. I can understand that. Let's dial that back a little bit. In fact, let's do the opposite. Let's work the ball in the box. But we are going to crank up the pressure a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all we can do at the moment. How are we looking in terms of player ratings? Is there anybody we could bring in off the bench? Well... Bring in Matt Johnson. It's always an opportunity. Could bring in Bernstengel for Desovic. I don't know that he's actually an upgrade. Low determination versus Desovic, who has halfway decent determination anyway. I don't know. Let's just go. Go to the dressing room. Let's be assertive. Let's be assertive and say I expect a much better half. All right. That did remind me though that the FM19 there, they've announced a bunch of new features, and one of them was the tactics. There's a good tackle from Desovic. The tactics screen has changed quite significantly. You're going to have a little bit more finesse in terms of deciding what your team does and what they don't do. Also, in terms of you can have players who are just like more, you can set them to be more conservative or more aggressive. You can set your team to be more conservative or more aggressive based on like situations, which they haven't had yet in this game that I've seen. At least, you know, the 3 years that I've been playing it, the 3 iterations, 2016, 2017, 2018, they haven't had any sort of situational play. But now in FM19, you are going to have some situational commands, meaning when you have the ball, when you don't have the ball, and when the ball is in transition. All 3 of those different situations, you can set your team to do 3 different things. Okay, we're rolling up here on the 70-minute mark. Let's get aggressive here. Be aggressive, be aggressive. And who do we switch out here? Who do we change? Here we go. 75 minutes to Sovic. Let's get one back. No, not like that. Turnover. Row to roll down. We got our full court press on. Now, it looks like in FM19 you'll be able to set this like all the time. You'll be able to simulate some famous tactics. You know, like the gegenpressing is one that I saw. Tiki-taka. Which, you know, I'm not too familiar with, but I've heard it before. I've seen how it's supposed to be played out. Valo. Nice steal. Alberto gets it to Johnson. Johnson, come on, make a play, buddy. Let's go. Lopez, good pass to Lopez. Gets it forward to Alberto. Alberto on the left wing. He's got Johnson. Oh, Johnson misses point blank. But Kyle Larin causes enough carnage in front of the net that Poloni scored on himself. Just mass hysteria in front of net. Alberto to Johnson. Good touch. Good shot. And then Johnson tried to clear it. So he just bounced off his own man. Or maybe it bounced off Kyle Larin. I'm not sure. But whatever. We got one back. That's what we were looking for. Let's send Sovic forward. Let's send Valo forward. Not in attack, but just in support. Well, can Valo go attack? He can go attack. Okay. Anybody else we really want to sub out? Not particularly. I mean, Bernstengel isn't really any better going forward than anybody else. 10 first touch, 9 dribbling, 7 crossing versus 9 crossing, 8 dribbling, 9 first. I mean, slightly better, but I don't know. Basically the same. 81 minutes down. It's a very important highlight. We cannot afford another goal. Here comes Tinnerholm coming forward. Let's get the turnover. Lopez, great turnover. Chevalier boots it. Deflects wide to Leonard. Leonard sends it forward. Look who's on the run. Johnson tackled by Miller, but Alberto on the left wing. Oh, come on. Oh, should have scored. That was an amazing counterattack. As Desovic wins the header to Johnson. Johnson's the key man in this comeback so far. Alberto, another player who's played well until that pass. That was awful. Desovic out of position now. He's got to run back. Fagundes centers good. Another good defensive play by Lopez. Leonard, not a great pass, but Kyle Larin recovers. He beats one man, Kyle Larin, with acres of space down the far sideline. Sends it across to Matt Johnson with the header. Oh, he can't get the cross post header. Phew. Lopez is getting tired out there, but he's looking fired up. Come on, boys. Let's give them some encouragement. Here we go. Highlight. 88 minutes. This could be our last gasp. Fagundes gets free. Two minutes of stoppage time. 1 minute of stoppage time. 30 seconds to go. Probably looking at a 2-1 away loss, but that's not bad. We got an away goal. Good steal. Andre drops it back to Chevalier. Bombs it ahead. Tries to get it to Johnson. Johnson just tries a one-timer from 35 yards out. And there it is. Game 1 in the books. New England up 2-1. We had only one shot on target. That is outrageous. Gotta get better at that shooting. Dressing room, pep talk. Assertive, not happy. Let's go. All right. Not great ratings, especially Desovic. Valo didn't play great either. Nobody got injured, though, so that's good. New England had their midfield to thank on a wet evening at Gillette Stadium as they showed their strikers how to finish. I mean, that shot from Kellen Rowe was just ridiculous. Without that, it's a 1-1 draw, and we're in much better position. But as it is, we got to deal with it, make some adjustments, make some tweaks, come back for game 2. So we're going to pause it right now, and 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, we are back for the second leg of the Eastern Conference Finals, down 2-1 to New England. We are 5-4 favorites here. Again, they've still got lots of injuries. We got a couple of injuries, but several of our guys are back, including Agor and, where'd he go? Petrasso is back. Bring Petrasso. Oof. I think we'll bring Petrasso on for Boyce. Give Valenzuela a shot there. And then the question is, do we put Petrasso at right wing? I mean, I think we kind of have to. Leonard didn't do much of anything last game. He does have a nice partnership with Valo. Maybe we bring Duverne back in, because he's got a partnership with Petrasso. You know, it's a tenuous partnership, but it's a partnership nonetheless. So maybe we'll do that. I didn't think Valo played poorly or anything last game. Thought he played okay, honestly. But we'll go more towards the team that won the last series. And this is pretty much the team that won the last series, with the exception of Lopez. I'm going to keep him in there. He played very well last game. One of our few standouts. So there we go. We will submit that team, and let's get to the match. Teams are warming up. Here we are. Carrillo in at left back for New England. Salazar at right. Tinnerholm at central defense. Interesting maneuver there. Roldan, Delgado, Rowe, Fagundes, Poloni at left wing, and Dawson moves up top. So last game, Dawson was on the left-hand side, so they've made a few adjustments. Meanwhile, you saw the adjustments we made. Thiago in goal. We did bring Bernstingel in at the left defense and Duverne at the right, so we changed most of our fullbacks around. Still got Jaguar and Chevalier in midfield. Petrasso on the right. Everything else is the same. Andre, Lopez, Alberto, Johnson. Oh, we brought in Johnson, too, of course. Of course we brought in Johnson. Who else but the Magic Man? All right, let's get to this. We know the teams. We just watched them. We just watched these guys play. If we play our game, we'll win. All right, who cares? Let's go. Opposition instructions. Apply the advice. Close down on Poloni. 32 there. Carrillo's definitely coming forward. Don't want to close down on Tinnerholm at central defense, but who knows? He might sneak forward from the central defensive role. We'll see. Kellen Rowe, I guess we should tightly mark him. Yeah, okay. All right, no more 30-yard bangers for that guy. Boyce doesn't feature. Send the assistant. I mean, you know why Boyce doesn't feature. Not necessarily. He didn't really do anything last game. We subbed him out at halftime. And when Johnson came in, he made a big difference. So there's just no point in having him come off the bench. We might as well have him in there for a full 90 minutes. There's a good steal. Alberto, again, showing that defensive ability that he has. He's much more than just a fancy-pants flyboy. There he is, taking the free kick. He's doing everything. Gets it right back. He takes it into the heart of the defense. Tries one of those patented left-footed shots, but nowhere near the goal, unfortunately. All right. So, We need to win 1-0. That would be ideal. We can't let them get 2 away goals. So the minimum we need 1-0, 2-1. Anything other than that, we're going to have to beat them by more than a goal. Being overrun in the midfield. New England holding on to possession. We're getting shots from goal, but they're come too far out. All right, let's pause. We don't have time to sort of sit through halftime. I think we got to put pressure on these boys early. Yeah, we'll start with that. Okay. 26 minutes down already. Carrillo injured. Wayland comes in. Let's mark him just in case. (31, 32, 33 minutes and counting. Clock is just rolling. No highlights to speak of at all. Let's crank up the pressure first half. We're going all out. Cranking it. Let's go. Last 5 minutes of the half. See if we can sneak one. See if we can steal a goal. Here we go. It's slowing down a little bit. Nope. There it speeds back up again. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Wow. Nothing, huh? Absolute nothing. It's a wet Saputo Stadium. Not happy with that. All right, analysis. What do we got? Short passing play. We're getting shots, but they're coming from too far out. Tactics. Do we go to the Z formation? I don't know how that would work. We don't really have the flexibility in there. We'd have to take out Johnson to do that because none of these guys can play center attacking. None of these guys. Except for Lopez. We could move Lopez up there, but then, we could go 4-1-3-2, which would be out of this world. So we'll not do that. But team instructions. We could try retain possession and allow our fullbacks to come in support. None of these guys are just attacking wingers. That's what these guys are. We'll put Petrasso on attack. How about that? I like them apples. Probably shouldn't do that. I mean, he is just as good, if not slightly better, at attacking than whoa, look at him, man. He is improving. Up to 4.1 million. All right, enough of that. Let's go. Dressing room pep talk. Passionate. Great opportunity to show all the experts they've been. Oh boy, nobody liked that. I've never seen them get mad at that. That's no good. All right. So we said the wrong things at halftime. That's the first time I've done that like all season. But here we go. Alberto sends one in. Johnson is fouled. Kyle Laren's going to take the penalty. Here we go. Tie it up. Oh, Kyle Laren, he just stood there. He was so flabbergasted that he missed that penalty that he just stood there. Wow, that's disheartening. 53 minutes in, Petrasso's got a yellow card. He loses the ball at midfield. Dawson trying to get forward. Drops it back to Rowe. Let's cover him, please. Thank you. Bernstein, good steal, but he turns it over immediately to Roldan. Rowe tries to get it forward to Dawson. Dawson! Oh, boy. He beat Jaguar, I think. Or maybe that was Chevalier he beat. And then it was just pure miracle that the ball didn't go in the net. Chevalier heads it out of there. Rowe. Oh, terrible turnover to Lopez. Going to start the counterattack now. There's Alberto. Oh, that was a great touch. Magical touch. He's got Kyle Larin steaming towards the front of the net. He just crossed it to nobody. What was that? Another opportunity wasted. Kyle Larin sitting at a 5.9. All right. So at this point, we could change to the Z formation, but I don't think I want to. I think instead, bring in Valenzuela. See what the youngsters got. I know this is a crazy idea. Very crazy idea to take off your best player, guy you're paying the most money to, and bring in a rookie who's coming off an injury. But I got a feeling. He's got that speed. Maybe we can... No. Here we go. Petrasso sends one in. Chevalier can't get the head on it. Valenzuela recovers it. Centers to Chevalier. Back to Valenzuela. Nope. Out wide to Petrasso. Petrasso double covered. Sends it. Back post to Johnson with the header. Yes. Ties it up. 2-2 aggregate. Got our wounded warriors out there on the field. Valenzuela and Petrasso making some things happen. Petrasso with the yellow card as well. Good touch, good cross. And Johnson over two men. He's not the biggest guy or the highest leaper out there, but he's pretty good. He's crafty. 11 jumping reach, 13 heading. Suddenly yellow cards popping up all over the place. Jaguar and Bernstein. 68, 69. Here we go. Thiago catches that cross. It looks like it's going to be a long highlight here. 71 minutes. Thiago's going to bomb one. He does. He bombs it. Alberto can't win it at midfield. Here's Castaneda. Castaneda! Where did he come from? I didn't even know he was in the game. Very upset with that. Yeah, he came on as a substitute. We didn't tightly mark him. Didn't even see that. That puts them back up a goal. So Alberto couldn't win the header. Fagundes. There's that man, Rowe, again, getting it forward. Look who he beat. He beat Chevalier. Here we go. Petrasso sends one in. Chevalier can't. He gets his head on so many of those. Andre's looking a bit tired. $80 minutes. Delgado to Rowe. I mean, they're getting all the highlights right now. Delgado out wide to Fagundes. Back to Rowe. Come on, get the steal. Get the steal, boys. We could really use this. No, there's Fagundes. Good stop by Thiago. I'm going to change this up. I'm going to try to bomb it deep to Valenzuela. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Much more stuck in. We need a goal. We need a goal. There's just no way around it. Here we go. Here's Valenzuela. Sends it out wide to Petrasso. He sends it to Johnson, who can't win it, but looks like Lopez is going to gather it in at midfield. Out wide to Duverne, who's come forward. Oh, great pass forward to Petrasso. He's got Johnson. Can't win the header. Lopez gets it down to Alberto. To Valenzuela with the shot. Look at the volley from Valenzuela. And the crowd goes silent, of course. The home crowd goes silent, even though they're jumping up in the stands, jumping up and down silently in reverence for this amazing shot. I mean, this was a good pass forward. Johnson can't win the header, but Lopez nods it down to Alberto, and then volley. Look at him. Just get his hips around. There's the substitute, man. I told you I had a feeling. No, let's not proceed with those tactical changes. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Then we go into extra time, right? Yeah. Okay, so extra time. Let's take a look at our tactics here for a moment. How much of a break do you get in between extra time? Like, you don't get a full halftime. So guys don't really recover very much. Andre is sitting at 62%. He's got a 6 on penalty taking. How's Agor looking? 5 on penalty taking. I mean, there's not much of a difference there. Leonard, his penalty taking is only 6. Now, who was that? Oh, no, we took him out. That's right, the guy we brought in to take penalties. Yeah, left him off the bench. All right. Petrasso suddenly jumped up to an 8.3 with his recent play. Alberto's not playing real well. We could bring in Cervantes, perhaps, for Alberto. And we got 2 subs left. I don't like leaving Andre out there dying when we have Agor sitting on the bench, even though Andre is one of our best players. This is like, I don't know what to do here. Could have problems with injuries. Star player. Does he enjoy big matches? Not particularly, but he's not afraid of big matches either. How's it go? This is what it's come down to now. It's come down to the minute details. Could be a star player. Could improve. Also not particularly wary of big matches either way. Okay. I don't know. We'll leave Andre in there for now. Till he gets too tired and he falls over and dies. Alright. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, it's 2 bad pep talks in a row. Here we go. Kickoff. First extra time. Nail-biting stuff. Jaguar, good head down to Chevalier. Andre, bang it forward. Nope. 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 We are on direct passing. We should take that off. Here we go. Bernsteingle. Bad pass, but Andre recovers. Nope. Delgado tries to start the counterattack. Gets it up to Castaneda. He's covered this time. Oh, no, Jaguar. Oh, no. He's going to get a red card. No. Don't give him a red card. No, don't. Oy. Oy vey, that changes a lot. That changes a lot. So we have to move these guys around a little bit. I think. Should we just do that? Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Duverne's a good ball-playing defender. Then Then what? What? Then what? I don't want to take out Johnson, and I don't want to take out Valenzuela either. But I don't really have much choice. So can one of these guys play? Yeah, Johnson can play out here at wide target man, I guess. I guess, sort of. Sure, why not? Not really, but hey. Then we can bring in Valo at fullback. Let's change our team instructions to not be crazy. We'll just try to bomb the ball ahead to Valenzuela. Pass it into space and have him go get it. Yeah. Andre's down to 58%. Got 2 more yellow cards out there. Petrasso and Bernstingle. Here we go. Valo with the free kick. Drops it off to Andre. Andre gets it out to Johnson. Johnson. Oh, I thought he was going to get that forward. Bernstingle. Messing around with it. Tries to get it to Petrasso. Can't. Lopez will chase it down, though. Andre bombs it ahead to nobody in particular. Salazar. What's he going to do with it? Okay, Piedrahita has things under control. Here comes New England on the counterattack. Gundez, Castaneda. Look at Andre chugging downfield. Delgado, get out of here. All right. We have got to get Andre out of there. He could hardly move. Hardly move. That's our 3rd substitute. We've subbed out like 3 of our best players. You could argue our 3 best players. Alberto, Andre, and Laren. Subbed them all out. Get out of here. We're going with the young guys to win it for us in extra time. All right. Is there anything we can do? Shorter passing, I guess. Alright, so the more direct passing stuff has not worked all game, honestly. So let's just dial it back, start extra time. This is like the most adjustments I've done in a long time. Like this season, we've just been on kind of cruise control. So to be making all these adjustments is probably not what we should be doing, but that's what we're doing. Gets it out wide to Johnson. Cannot win the ball. Salazar. If we go to penalties, we're probably going to lose. Yeah. All right, here we go. 111 minutes down. New England turns it over. Duvern sends it forward. Valenzuela, he's onside. Off the post. Oh. That reminds me of another feature for FM19. They're going to have like goal line technology and video-assisted referees, which they already have that sort of in FM18, at least the VAR. They don't really have the goal line technology. But I don't know why you would need goal line technology in a video game. It makes not a lot of sense to me. Other than they're just going to like artificially put it in there to... Chevalier's injured. Oh, he's very tired. They're just going to like artificially put it in there to make it seem more realistic. Here we go. Extra time. Let's try an auto pick here. So we got Johnson. Our goalkeeper, Thiago, is our best penalty taker. He has 1 finishing and 12 penalty taking. I don't know how that relates. So we got Valenzuela as our anchor man. 13 finishing, 13 composure, only 6 penalty taking. Johnson is our leadoff man. I got faith in Johnson. Then Lopez, Petrasso, Duvern. I mean, we don't really have much of a choice, and we only have 10 men. So this is what we got, I guess. All right, let's go. Here we are. Kellen Rowe's going to start it off for New England. And, oh, Thiago almost got there. I thought that was going to be a save. All right, here we go. Matt Johnson. I've already had 1 missed penalty this game. It's probably the deciding factor. Johnson, easy. Fakes him out. Here's Fagundes now, walking to the spot. Thiago staring him down. Fagundes. By the way, in MLS, you're not allowed to jump around and stuff, so that's why the goalkeepers don't jump around. You got to just stand there. Here's Lopez now. Gonna take it right-footed, of course. And he finishes. Both teams 2 for 2. Setting up to be a nail-biting finish here. Salazar. Looking very fatigued. Going up against Thiago. Let's get a stop here. There it is. Thiago. Easy. Petrasso now. He's been working very hard this season. And he skyballs it. Ugh. Ugh. Rolled on now. 2-2 with 1 miss for each team. Rolled on right down the middle. Thiago can't get there. 3-2. Duvern is up. Getting down to our defenders here. Duvern's going to take the right-footed attempt. There it is. Nothing fancy about that. 3-3. Brian now. Not familiar with this fella. Who's Brian? Don't know. Going to take it left-footed, though. And what a stop by Thiago. It's going to come down to Valenzuela. Come down to Valenzuela to win it. Here it is. Valenzuela trotting from midfield. Going to face down New England's keeper, whose name is on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot remember it at this moment. There's too much pressure. Too much pressure. Valenzuela eyeing up the goal. Going to take it left-footed. And a sneaky finish. A sneaky finish for the victory. 4-3. Penalties. What a dramatic turn of events. I was convinced we were going to lose. We almost always lose penalty shootouts. There we go. New England took us to the limits on a pouring rainy day in Montreal. Take a look at this. Duvern and Bernstengel played very well together. On that left-hand side of the defense. Who else? Petrasso had a whale of a game with an assist. He missed that penalty, but you know what? Otherwise, he played very well. Johnson, Valenzuela came in with an 8.3 rating in that second half. Played very well. Had that, wonderful goal. Kyle Larin, 5.9 rating. That's not the kind of rating we need in the playoffs. Anyway, dressing room. Let's see if we can get this one right. Very pleased. Very pleased. There we go. Nothing fancy. Just very pleased. Good job. Let's move on to MLS Cup. I should probably check and see how the other leagues did. Jaguar suspended for a match. Oh no. Guess what game he's going to be suspended for. Yeah, MLS Cup. Okay. MLS Final versus Houston Dynamo. Looks like they beat Portland 4-3. Let's check this out here. So Montreal, there it is. Extra time. Yep, Houston Dynamo. 3-1. They lost 2-1 in the first game. So both teams made comebacks. We both lost 2-1. We both came back and won it. They won it 3-1 in regulation time. We had to go to penalties, but still. There is your matchup. Let's wait for the official announcement here. Montreal Impact win the Eastern Conference Finals. Exciting match. Send the assistant. Get out of here. Jaguar suspended for a match. Confirmed. That's no... I mean, like, it wasn't any sort of fine-worthy thing. He just sort of... He did what he does. He's an aggressive defender. That's how we play him. We play him as that ball-playing defender. And there it is. MLS Cup pits Montreal Impact versus Houston Dynamo. Saturday, December 10th. At Saputo Stadium. This is why we got that stadium expansion for games like this. We could probably fit, 10,000 more people in that stadium, but, we'll save that for later. All right, so there we go. We're going to come back next episode for MLS Cup 2022. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.